Welcome back. So now we're going to talk about how we can overcome challenge as individuals and as a house.
Something I found particularly useful, as I mentioned earlier, was doing things I enjoy. And I think that something that lots of people find useful is creativity. But Tom will also tell you that sports is something a lot of people use to find ways of getting through a challenging time. We also thought it was important to mention the valuable role that support from others can have.
Yes, so mental health support is brilliant. If you can sort of talk to someone about how you're feeling, is a great way to sort of open up and overcome challenges, because it can help a lot just to talk about it, because you might feel like you're sort of dealing with things on your own, especially when it comes up to exam season. And so just talking to someone about how you're feeling and how you're feeling about a certain challenge can really help.
We appreciate that the kind of mental health support that we see in PSHE lessons isn't particularly useful, but it's really important to keep in mind things like even just talking to family and friends, or if not, trying to look into counselling and things like that when your mental health is particularly suffering. I think for things like anxiety, it can be a very useful thing. And obviously in an environment that is as pressured as school is, that can be a very useful thing as well.
So now we're going to talk about how we can approach challenges in the right way, and how sort of it's important to view challenges as well in the right way. So it's important not to sort of view challenges as a negative thing, because when you have exams and stuff, you may see them as, sort of things that you dread and don't really look forward to, which is fair enough. But when you're faced with challenges and sort of have to embrace them and overcome them, it can really help you learn a lot about yourself, and the way in which you sort of tackle them can set you up for embracing future challenges in your later life. And the more that you embrace challenge, the better that you're set up to deal with challenges in the future.
We really want to promote values of teamwork and of kind of community in Newton House. And we also think that these are quite relevant to approaching challenges. If we approach things in a way that includes other people and spreads out the level of work we have, it can be a very important thing. And it also helps us create better things. It gives us valuable skills in life, like people skills, which will be very useful in, going into jobs and careers later on.
So what can we gain from challenge? As I said, it's important to see that challenge can be positive, and you can benefit from facing challenges. Like, for example, with charity work and like fundraising, it can be hard to think of ideas, but you gain sort of the money that you donate from the charities, but also skills from the challenge that you wouldn't have had if you had never put yourself in the position to face that challenge. So that's important to understand and realise. So we've spoken a lot about charity so far, and that's because we've got lots of money to spend on charity. So we're going to be coming around the forums to sort of ask you all about like what charity you'd like to support with that money, and what we can do to raise money and fundraise this year to sort of increase that, so we can donate more money to our charities.
Hopefully we can involve more of the voice reps and charity reps this year as well. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next assembly.